Hello. We are One Direction.
Welcome to Whole Lotta History, a One Direction deep dive podcast hosted by me, Rayna Darci, a self-proclaimed One Direction historian. This podcast is not for the casual One Direction enjoyer. Whole Lotta History delves deep into the lives and careers of the One Direction boys, so my fellow Directioners, grab a spoon, an ill-fitted outfit, and some fireworks, and let's get right into it. In today's episode, I will be focusing on the music itself and what I think of it all. So yes, this is a Rayna-centric episode. Sorry, it's my podcast. I can talk about whatever I want. And even though I've put about 11 years of my life into this band, I'm still a person who has taste. My personal music taste has definitely shifted throughout the years. Obviously, that's just how we develop as people. And my preference now is kind of to heavier sounding stuff. I prefer metal and rock, and it's kind of reflecting into my preferences in my One Direction music, because I don't love their like super poppy stuff from their first two albums where they like hardly wrote any of their own music. It was all like Ed Sheeran and people from their like management team and stuff writing, or you know what I mean, not management, but you know, people through management were doing all of the writing for them, and I don't like that. And then in the third album, you know, they were able to write their own music, and it had a little bit more rock-inspired aspects to it, so I definitely prefer that over the pop music. You know, every album has their skips, and none of their albums are perfect, and I think it's important to talk about my taste in One Direction's discography to give you a better feel of like who I am and my involvement in the fandom and their music. Today I'll be mostly just ranking their singles and discussing like why I'm ranking them that way. I made a tier list. Maybe some controversial takes will come up. I don't know. You'll have to stick around and see. Personally, I don't love the band's history of their single choices. I think especially with the album 4, their fourth studio album, I think there was a lot of missed opportunities for singles. They only had 2 singles from that album, which I think is like ridiculous. I think there were so many good songs on that album. That's like my second favorite album. And yet they didn't include any of their good songs, and it's so frustrating. It's so sad, and I hate it. But I'm going to be ranking all of the singles. I'm going to be ranking them based on the music video and also like their significance of the actual song itself to me, in respect to me and my preferences and my experiences in the fandom. Because yeah, there are songs that definitely like mean something to me fandom wise, if that makes any sense. All right, let's get to my actual tier list, because I've been hyping it up, and now's the actual time. So I have the D, C, B, A, and S. S being the top, D being the bottom. And you know, I'm going to start at the bottom. I have these in order from the songs that I don't care about to the ones that I adore. Starting at the very bottom of D tier is More Than This. The song More Than This, it wasn't even an actual like produced music video. It was just a live performance of the song when they were on the Up All Night tour. So I don't even think of it as a single, but you know, Wikipedia said it was a single, so I figured I would include it. Yeah, I don't care about it. The song kind of like, this song isn't really a skip depending on my mood. That's like, it's a very dependent thing. Like, I don't know, maybe I will like it today. Who knows? And the other song that's in D tier, there's only 2. I'm pretty generous, all right? I don't put a lot in D tier because, you know, I love the band. That's why we're here. That's why I have a whole podcast about them. Gotta Be You is also in D tier. And I don't know, maybe that's controversial. I definitely have more controversial takes than that. Trust me. Gotta Be You just was kind of lackluster to me. They have the high notes and oh my god, it sounds so good. I don't love it. I think the music video is boring. It's just them sitting around looking sad and miserable in like upstate New York. Yeah, like move on, have some fun or something. I know it's a sad song, but like, it's lame. I don't care. Okay, I don't care. We're gonna move up to C tier. So these songs are like not skips necessarily. It's just, I don't love them. At the bottom of C tier is Perfect. The music video for Perfect is the one that's in black and white. They're in like a hotel. I think it's very blah. I think it's boring. The song's pretty good. I mean, like, I don't know if it deserved to be a single, though. There are so many other songs from any of their albums that I think would be better than the songs that they've chosen. And Perfect is one of those songs that I don't know why they chose it as a single. It's boring. Next up is Steal My Girl. That's a controversial take. I know that's controversial because people love the music video, and I totally understand where people are coming from. Danny DeVito is in it, and like most things that Danny DeVito is in, you can't go wrong, but it's just, I don't care. The song is bad, in my opinion. I do not like Steal My Girl, and it's only above Perfect because Danny DeVito is in the video, and I enjoyed the video. It was fun, but the song, dog water. I don't like it. I don't have to explain myself. I feel like that's all the explanation you need. I just don't like it. Next up is One Way or Another, or Teenage Kicks. The song isn't theirs. It's not their own song. So, there's that. That definitely puts them down. But the reason they're up higher in the C tier is because the music was like to charities for like countries that need help and like children and stuff. So I respect the video for what it was. They were having fun. They were having a good time. I love a good fun time video. Can't get enough of those. And that's very clear in the ranking from here on out. Going up to B tier. Okay, these are starting to get good, but we'll see how it goes. How it goes. Little Things is bottom of B tier for me, and that might be a controversial one. I don't know. I love the song. It has like emotional attachments. I remember seeing the video for the first time, and it was like, I think it was one of the first videos from One Direction that I sat and waited to premiere back in like 2012 or something. I sat and like told my mom about it. I made my mom watch it on our family computer. So it has like that emotional depth to it, like with my experiences, but otherwise I don't care about it. Like it's okay. Drag Me Down. Also one of the songs that I sat and waited. Now that I'm thinking about it, it didn't have a premiere. It just dropped, and I happened to be on YouTube and see it pop up. And I was like jumping with joy. I was up super late on like a Tuesday night or something, and there it was. And I freaked out. And great music video. Just don't really care about it. Next up is One Thing. Now, fun music video. I can respect that. It kind of was overshadowed by What Makes You Beautiful, as I'm pretty sure One Thing was like their second or third single. So it's just like, there were better before you. So you just kind of get pushed down. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules, but I do. Next up is You and I. I love this music video. It's very iconic. It's the one where they like transform into each other. It's very cool. I remember being mind blown by it. So I think that's all I really have to say about You and I. Like, it's just kind of that's a One Direction song. Now we're getting up to A tier. A tier is like, I'm only going to be saying good things from here on out. Starting with Story of My Life. The music video made me bawl my eyes out. I think it gives a different meaning to the song. I think it's very important within the fandom, and it was very personal to the boys. They had their family in the music video. I have to put it up there for that reason. It's also an amazing song. I love it. Yeah, I think it has a good spot in the A tier. Up next is Night Changes. Night Changes, one of their best music videos. The song doesn't like hold up to the music video, I think. Like I see what they were doing with it. There's also like kind of theories about what the song is about, and like the music video would make sense for those theories. So, I get it. I love the POV on a date with each member of the band. I think it's really cute. Totally fan service, but you know what? I recognize that and I eat it up every single time. I don't even care. Next up is History. I have to put it up here just because it's so emotional, and like it was their last music video before hiatus, quote unquote hiatus. I'll get to that next episode of A Lot of History. I will talk about hiatus and Zayn and whatever. It's emotional, and it really wrapped up a lot of looking back on their career, and I can't help but love that. We got to acknowledge where What Makes You Beautiful stands, and it is at the top of A tier for me. What Makes You Beautiful is the song, and I don't think anything can top it. I mean, there was a while where I didn't like What Makes You Beautiful, because anytime I told someone, yeah, I am a big fan of One Direction, that's all they would know is just, oh, do you like that What Makes You Beautiful song? And for a long time, I hated it because of that. But you know what? We move on. The haters can't stop me. I'm putting it at the top of A tier. We are now moving on to the S tier of my One Direction singles tier list. Very exciting, very thrilling content right now. At the bottom of S tier, best song ever. This music video is the music video. The song is like, it goes along with the music video, whatever. This is the music video. It introduced their like film that they have, the documentary about the tours. They have the characters, and Zayn is a woman. You can't slander the best song ever. You know, it's so good. In the same vein, we have Live While We're Young. It's just a fun time. It's fun, it's childish, it's juvenile, and it's so exciting. I don't know, it's just, you feel like you're there and you're feeling the kind of electricity that they have in the music video. The song is, you know, Live While We're Young, you know, party. I'll bump it, I don't care. Same vein, I just love fun music videos, and that's why these songs are up so high. Next up is Kiss You. It's a really fun song, and it's a fun music video. I feel like I'm just saying the same things over and over, but the Kiss You music video is kind of like a nod to the artists and, you know, these like heartthrobs that came before them. You know, they had like On the Beach as like the Beach Boys, and then they had like, you know, the jail cells, and, you know, they're referencing the people who came before them. And I think that in a fun way, though, it's not like, thank you for making the music scene the way it is. It's not like that. It's like, hey, we're having fun just like the other guys did. And I think it's very fun. And at the top of S tier for me is Midnight Memories. This song holds a very special place in my heart. I remember when the album Midnight Memories got leaked, and I was on YouTube listening to the music for the first time, the leaked music.
For legal reasons, I didn't say that.
This song, it just means so much to me, because like it really was in like the peak. It came out at the peak of my fandom days. It just really like solidified loving One Direction for me. I heard it live, and the music video is so much fun. It's just them like running around London, and I have to respect it. And they're like bad boys, and they're like in their rock and roll era at the time, and I love it so much. It's my favorite. It's like nothing can top it. I do have to wrap things up now. I just want to thank you for listening. I apologize for any of my potentially terrible takes. I make the rules here. This is my podcast. You can disagree with me. Message me on Twitter. I don't care. I'll argue. I love arguing. But you're not going to change my mind. All right, I'm very set in my ways. You can listen to my other episodes of Whole Lotta History and tune in to next week for the heart-wrenching topic of the hiatus and the downfall of One Direction. It's gonna be so hard to talk about. That's gonna be my voice the entire time. I'm joking. I would never do that to you, my poor listeners. But yeah, you can check out my other episodes on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, as well as YouTube. I upload all of my episodes on YouTube. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for listening.